Hello and welcome back to another Python tutorial. In today's tutorial we're going to talk about advanced assignment statements. We know what an assignment statement looks like, or assignment looks like I should say, and that would be something like this. We do like vars assigned to string, right? Something like that. That's pretty simple, right? And we can do like floats is equal to 4.5, right? We're assigning floats to represent the object over here on the right hand side, 4.5, or var to represent string. Pretty simple. We've talked about this millions of times throughout our tutorials, and you know, it's an easy concept to grab. But now we want to talk about some advanced assignment operators. And what I mean by advanced is we're going to assign multiple variables or names to our objects using different methods. So that's what our goal in this tutorial is today. And the process, the idea behind this is when you're coding, if you can do something like this, it will make life a lot easier if you can assign a variable or name to a object without writing so much code. All right, so let's take a look at this. Let's assign multiple variables to each character in a string. Alright, so I'm going to clear what I got up there so far so we can just focus on the task in hand. Alright, so I'm going to do A, comma, B, comma, C, and then I'm going to assign this to a string. My string is going to be dog, just like this. Alright, hit return. I call A, I get D. I call B, I get O. I call C, and I get G. Alright. So what I basically did was I assigned A to represent the first character in the string, B to represent the second character in the string, and C to represent the last character in the string. Pretty cool, right? And it's pretty easy. So let's go ahead and clear our screen. Let's take a look at another example. How about we assign a list of variables, so a square bracket, and let's do airport identifiers, PHL, TPA, alright. And then we're going to assign them to a list of the actual names of those airports. So we'll do Philadelphia. All right. And then we'll do Tampa. Yeah. Just like that. All right. Hit return. If I call PHL, I'm going to get Philadelphia. If I call TPA, I'm going to get Tampa. Pretty cool, right? So now I could take like a whole list of variables and assign them to objects in another list. Alright. This would also still work if I did something like this. Let's try another one. Let's do MCO. Oops, that's MCO, which is Orlando. Let's do Miami, which, or MIA is Miami. So then we assign it to a list of airports. So we do Orlando. And let's do Miami, just like that, and hit return. All right, now I call MCO, and I call Miami. All right, so there you go. We have created different ways to incorporate variables into or assign variables to objects. How about like with a tuple method? Tuple. Doesn't sound right for some reason. It's probably because I've been writing so much code today. Anyhow, what was I doing? Oh yeah, assignment operators with tuple. So let's do 1, comma, 2 is equal to 1, comma, 2. Something like that. Alright, we do 1, we get 1. We do 2, we get 2. How about if we do 1 and 2? We get a tuple of 1 and 2. Alright. Let's try this again. Alright. Let's do 3, 4, and assign that to a tuple of 3 and 4. Like that, alright? We do 3, we do 4, so we can assign it to a tuple, and it works the same way as it did up here. How about 5, no, let's put this in the tuple. Let's do 5, comma 6, alright, and assign this to 5 and 6. We'll call it 5. Oops, that's not 5. 5 and 6. Pretty simple, right? How about we do something like this? We'll clear our screen. We'll do 1 is equal to 1. 2 is equal to 2. 3 is equal to 3. And we'll do A comma B comma C. And then we'll do assign them to 1, 2, and 3. Well, this time A is going to actually represent 1, B is going to represent 2, and C is going to represent 3. Because we're not actually assigning A to represent 1, alright? They're going, oh, I got a little thing here. Alright, so we're going, instead of going A going to 1, B going to 2, they actually go to the object. So if I clear that, they actually go 1, 2, and 3. They point to the objects 1, 2, and 3, not to the variables. Alright, so we'll just erase that. Alright, so how do I get out of this thing? It's cool until you don't know how to use it. Ah, there we go. Alright, now back on my, what the hell's going on here? There we go. Alright, so if I call A is going to be 1, B is going to be 2, C is going to be 3. Alright. How about if I did something like this? Yeah, C, D, and then we'll do A and B. Alright, so what happens? Well, C is now going to represent 1, so C was representing 3 going up here, but now it's not, so now C is representing 1 all the way up here. Alright, and then D is going to represent 2. Alright, so that's some more advanced assignment statements. What about this one? How about if we do like airports again? We'll do our identifiers in a list, PHL, TPA. So there's our list, and then we're going to assign them to objects in a tuple. So we'll do Philadelphia, right, comma, which one? Tampa. Alright, so now we got a list of variables, and we're assigning them to a tuple of objects. Alright, so do PHL, and we get Philadelphia. Do Tampa, we get Tampa. How about if we do PHL, comma, TPA, and get that returned to us? Now we got them in a list. So we took them out of a tuple and put them in a list. Alright, let's do one more. Let's get an error here so you guys know what to look for if you get an error doing this. Let's do color is equal to blue. Alright. And then we're going to do A, comma, B, comma, C, comma, D. And we're going to assign that to color. Or actually assign it to blue. But we're using color to represent blue. Boom, just like that. And I didn't calculate that properly in my head. Crap. Let's start it. Let's not start over. Let's just do A, comma, B, comma, C, comma, D, comma, E is equal to color. Now we'll get an error. Value error. Not enough values to unpack. Expected 5. We got 4. So Python's looking at this going, alright, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 variables I got to fill. And then I go up to blue. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 characters or objects that I can distribute. So I'm unable to distribute them all, so it kicks back an error. So in the next tutorial, we'll take another look at some more advanced assignment operators, or statements, I should say, not operators. And then we'll keep moving from there. If you got any questions, please let me know on YouTube. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next tutorial.